Michelle lives in Mount Pleasant, PA with her husband, Jim, who I also know through Toastmasters, and their dog, Molly. So it is my pleasure to bring Michelle here tonight for breaking through your mental obstacles.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela. Hi, everyone. I am Michelle Teague. I know Angela has been posting in the chat box the handout for this evening and what we're going to be talking about. As a trainer, I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess most of you are involved in training, and that's one of the reasons why you're part of ATD. I'm also a member of ATD. I've been a member of the national organization for many years now, and one of my favorite events to attend every year is when we go to conference. And one of my favorite conference breakout sessions ever was the accidental instructional designer. I know we were talking about instructional designers earlier, and for those of you who that is what your main thing to do is instructional design, I'm going to apologize now for the handout. For the rest of you who are trainers, yay, you're looking at that and saying, hey, she's got a handout, cool beans. So go ahead and grab that. If you're like me and you've got, one of these remarkable kind of things, you can download it on there because it's a PDF file. If not, feel free to print it up and have some fun. We're going to be talking tonight about breaking through your mental obstacles. And show of hands, how many of you, either you can show your hand virtually or you can, show it, here on the screen. How many of you set goals for yourself within the past year? How many of you have set a goal for yourself in the past year? Okay. Yep. Okay. How many of you actually end up achieving that goal within the time frame that you set for yourself? John's kind of like, yeah. Samantha's like, yeah, sometimes, sort of, kind of, maybe. Okay. All right. One of the reasons why you may not be achieving that goal, one of the reasons why you may not be achieving what it is that you set your mind to do, is because you've got some obstacles getting in your way. And a lot of times those obstacles aren't necessarily physical obstacles. A lot of time those obstacles are actually mental obstacles. That's what we're going to talk about this evening. So I am going to share my screen and I will be bouncing back and forth because this is somewhat interactive. You've got the handout there where it's going to be asking you some questions and going through these mental obstacles and how to break through them. But in the end, one of the things I'm going to ask you to do is to come up with a plan. As trainers, I think we're fairly familiar with the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. And because of that, at the end of all of my trainings, I always make sure that people are willing to take action right away, start putting into practice what they've learned right away, so that way they don't forget it right away. So please be prepared to get things going from the get-go. All right, so I love these regional sessions. They give us all an opportunity to get together, to learn from one another, to figure out, some of the cool things that are going on. In this session, we're going to talk about those mental obstacles getting in the way between you and your goals or you and your dreams. James Allen wrote in his book, As a Man Thinketh, that until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. We all need to have a clear purpose or objective along with clear goals in our lives. Otherwise, thought is a wonderful tool that promises much, but it will deliver very little. I want you to think for a moment, just for a very brief moment, about some of those goals that you have set for yourself. I want you to think about some of the dreams you have. I want you to think about what you want. What do you want out of life? What do you want in your career? What do you want for your organization? What do you really want? What do you dream about? What do you want to achieve? I want you to take a moment and share your thoughts in the chat box about what you want. Knowing this, by the way, is half the work. Okay? There's actually a lot of people out there who have no idea of what they really want. They just kind of go through life letting other people determine what they want. So I want you to take a moment and I want you to think about what it is that you want. And go ahead and type it in the chat box, because I'm super interested to see what some of you want out of true work-life balance. Ooh, Maria, I'm liking that. Now, I will tell you, Maria, I prefer the term harmony as opposed to balance, because to me, I take balance literally and I'm thinking I have to have equal parts of everything. And that doesn't work out that way. Harmony, on the other hand, that we can have. Angela wants to earn that PhD. Yeah, you go, girl. Let me tell you, that is definitely something to work forward towards. Just about all of you told me already that you set some goals for yourself, whether it was at the beginning of 2022, or maybe it was the beginning of your fiscal year for your organization, or maybe it was an important date such as your birthday or an anniversary, and you said, you know, over the coming year, this is what I want to accomplish. You probably sat down, wrote down a few goals for yourself, created a strategy for working those goals. I hate to be the one to break this to you, but we are halfway through 2022. How are those goals working for you right now? If you haven't achieved what you want, what is holding you back? On your handout, I want you to take a moment and I want you to write down what is holding you back from achieving those goals and those dreams. Write down how long it's been holding you back. I want you to think about what or who could change things for you. How much longer are you willing to wait? How much longer are you willing to put off your goals or dreams? How long do you want to put them on hold? Now, like I said, we're halfway through 2022. If you're not, making progress to achieving the goals that you set for yourself for this year, it's time to get a move on. I don't know if any of you have ever read or heard of the book, The 12-Week Year. One of the premise of this particular book is that most people accomplish their goals in the last 12 weeks of the year. And that's because they'll set goals at the very beginning of the year and then say, oh, I've got a whole year to accomplish this. Why do I need to get started now? And they'll put it off. And then the next thing they know, the last quarter of the year is there, and all of a sudden they realize, oh, I haven't done anything. And that's when they put their butt in gear and start getting things going. So you've got an idea now, you know what it is that you want to achieve, you know what your dream or your goal is, you know why you haven't reached that dream or goal. What we're going to talk about are some of those obstacles that may be getting in that way.